I'm focused. I've been watching for the omens. I've been listening to everything you said. It's been running through my head, locked and loaded. I got the feeling that you know it. Yeah, I've only just begun. I won't stop until it's done, till you're broken. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. So welcome to the fire. Welcome to the fire. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. So welcome to the fire. I've been waiting for this moment, the final battle of the chosen. See, I'm never gonna quit, got my legacy set in motion. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. So welcome to the fire. Welcome to the fire. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. Welcome to the fire. Welcome to the fire. 'Cause the bigger they are, the harder they fall. You build your fortress and I'll climb your walls. You got your armor, but I see your flaws. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. So welcome to the fire. Welcome to the fire. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. Bigger they are, the harder they fall.
We are thrilled to welcome Princeharry, the Duke of Sussex.
Rogers Arena gets the royal treatment. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, the Canucks' newest fans, in town ahead of the 2025 Invictus Games here in BC.
It was fantastic. They're very excited. They love British Columbia. I represent Saanich. They stayed in North Saanich. We had a lot of conversations about the clubhouse sandwich that the Duke enjoyed while he stayed there. They can't wait to bring their family back.
The Duke of Sussex, following in his late grandmother's footsteps, Queen Elizabeth II, who dropped the puck 21 years earlier. First up on the royal itinerary, Whistler, set to host the Invictus Games' first ever winter edition.
Using that to address a different cohort of wounded, injured and sick. We've got, for example, a new nation, Nigeria, coming to do winter sports. I mean, that's taking them completely into a different place. It's offering them opportunities they never thought they'd have. And I think there's a real excitement around that.
Hosted in partnership with the region's 4 First Nations.
How we can build our community and make it stronger, not just with the Indigenous peoples, but united with our communities. There's so much potential for true reconciliation.
The Invictus Games will see more than 500 competitors from over 20 nations descend on Vancouver and Whistler. We're still more than 14 months out, but hype is already building.
And the volunteer program, I mean, just since last night, since the Canucks game, 98 people have registered for the volunteer program.
The power of sport and a royal veteran with a vision to bring communities together. Cassidy.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Majesty's Sussex Report. I am Antonio, and I am so pleased that you're able to join us for this second wrap-up of the weekend. The one yesterday got a little bit longer than I expected, and I just thought, let's cut it up. So the one yesterday was very centered around the royal family and the visit of the South Korean president to the UK. So I didn't get to talk or say anything about Vancouver, right? So this podcast today is going to be centered, I think, more so around that visit, and I'm sure it's nothing you folks have not seen already or talked about. But I thought I would just bring maybe my thoughts to the arena, and also, I might have gotten a couple more extra videos and stuff that I haven't seen any of the other podcasters were able to show. So I'm always looking to bring a little bit of my touch of difference too, so you're not getting the same sort of things all the time. Okay, I am going to slow down because I'm starting to realizing I'm starting to stammer a lot, and so I'm just gonna slow down my speech so I can not have that difficulty. Okay. So I wanted to thank you all for your wonderful feedback and comments on yesterday's podcast. And, one of you had asked me to verify, to make sure that that person, Stuart, that he did indeed work for the Obama administration, to verify, to make sure. And, I would say almost everything that is that kind of sensitivity to it, I always make sure that, more than one source has the same information. And before I post anything up, because the last thing I want to be is contributing to misinformation or spreading, misinformation on anyone. It happens, right? I am human, and if and when it happens, I obviously will apologize. But rest assured that, and before I say rest assured, I absolutely appreciate 101% that you folks have my back. 101%. I so appreciate it, because when you say, make sure you can verify your sources, or make sure that the information you have here is correct, I love you folks for that. Thank you. And so that is what I did. I made sure that I have several sources before I post anything. So thank you for reminding me and verifying that I did so, especially with something so sensitive and reactive as to that man. Also, a few of you corrected me in regards to Catherine and the red dress, because one, she was they were outside with the hat. She had the hat on and the coat with the big bow, but then they were inside where that whole we're gonna pat each other on the back and show tactile couple appreciation or loving. That was a different event. So thank you so much for clarifying that and for letting me know. I appreciate it very much. I wanted to continue a little bit on the that man that said all those vile things to the food truck vendor. And the food truck vendor, they actually have a video. They were interviewing him, and he's 24 years old. He said at the beginning he didn't quite understand what this man was doing, because he would come and insult the guy and then like walk away, and then 10 minutes later, so he'll come back. He would return again and spew some more hateful things, insult him again, and then, you know, walk away. And I don't know what the exact time was, but he would come back again. Like I think he did it like 3 or 4 times. And you know what was the wonderful thing? What was the most beautiful thing? But at the same time, I'm going to be honest with you folks. There's part of me that just kind of gets angry, and I just have to center myself and be in that place of forgiveness and that place of generosity and openness of heart and soul. What Mohammed said, the food truck vendor, he's actually an employee. I think the fellow that actually owns it, I think his name is Mustafa. I don't know why that's in my head, but I'll double check. And you know, he said, listen, I don't want anything to happen to him. Like, I'm okay, I'm fine. He said, you know, if he apologizes, that's completely okay. Like, that's all I need. Just an apology. You know, countless times I see and I hear of these things that are similar when they happen, that we take the high road. And I think, you know, as Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. And I've been going high for most of my life, trying to be a good person and a good citizen. And I think I'm reaching my limit. I think I'm reaching my capacity for that stuff. I mean, I'm not going to go out and insult people or do any of that stuff. But I will find every legal resource available to me to just hand you back what the law says you deserve. Because these folks get away with this stuff all the time because we are generous of heart, and we don't want any more problems or issues or any of that stuff, right? It just makes me mad, because when they arrested him, in his declaration, or whatever it's called, he said that it was Mohammed, the guy who started it all, and he was just responding back. And they were like, "Are you sure that's how it happened? Are you sure that's your statement?" I'm paraphrasing here, folks. So allegedly. And he said, well, yes, yeah. And then when I guess they showed him the video, then he quickly changed his tune and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I just, you know, and hearing that just makes me coraje. Mira, el coraje que tengo ahorita, el coraje, you know, what's coraje in English? Tengo un coraje que me está, I don't know, it's not coming to me right now. My translation brain is not working. But it's just, I remember when one, I think it was either a mother or the daughter of one of the people that were killed at the Emmanuel Church, and she was in court Oh gosh, I have to be really mindful because I don't want to make this a little whole teary thing. I'm such a sentimental person. Whew. She had tears in her eyes and she said, "I forgive you. I forgive you." Because it's what we do. Because what I want you to know who I don't remember if it was her mother or her daughter. She said, "I want you to know who she was." And then she started to talk about the person. And I just keep wondering, how much more do we need to tell people that we are humans, we're people? How many more times we need to humanize ourselves to them while they continue to dehumanize us? I don't know. And when one of us snap, because you've been dealing with this stuff since you were a child or since you were very young, you've had to swallow your spit, sort of thing. Just keep it down and be still and talk yourself down and let them insult you and let them berate you, or seeing injustices happen right in front of you, seeing someone take advantage of their status or skin color, and you just have to be okay, another hour, or just take it easy. You have to calm yourself down. When so many of them don't have to. They're entitled. Okay, I don't want to give another speech on this stuff. I think you folks know how I feel already. Hey, how did you like the intro, the Vancouver Whistler for the Invictus Game intro? I thought I would do a little Vancouver Invictus Game kind of thing as the intro, just because a lot of what Meghan and Harry were up here in Vancouver doing was to promote the Invictus Game coming up 2025, and also to check out location and where things are going to happen and so on. I'm telling you, they received just a wonderful reception. Everyone was super happy and glad and had a great time. I do know, and I've been debating this a lot, whether to respond to it or not. I prayed before I started this podcast, and I prayed again because I would like guidance, whether I should or shouldn't, because there's this whole campaign, well, two big campaigns going on right now. One is that Meghan disrespected the national anthem. Look, listen, I am Canadian, so my thought and my opinion is as valid as you derangers saying that she disrespected the national anthem. She didn't disrespect our national anthem, right? She didn't. I saw the video also. She didn't, and they're accusing her of something else, and I will think whether I want to respond to that or not. And the second thing is about Scottie's book. I'm telling you, this woman doesn't get a break. She doesn't get a break. They invent things, they create these stories, and it's just like zombies. Like when a live person, if you've watched any zombie movies or series, or Walking Dead, and they just kind of start going crazy, and they start biting and eating the brain and the flesh of the person. It's sort of like that. That's how I envision them, right? Because they find something, and then they're like, well, obviously, Meghan said it. I don't know, but I think he came out and said he's not even friends with them, and that they are just like a small part of his book. He's looking at the entire royal family and its survival. What, do you think he's going to look at the entire royal family and its survival and not talk about Catherine? And do you think she's a saint? Like, I'm sorry. I don't think Meghan is a saint. I don't think Harry's a saint. They're people. They're human beings. They're also flawed. And I accept that. But I support them because my values and theirs match. The things they support, the things they stand for. I stand for the same things. Therefore, that is why I'm on their camp. Look, I don't see myself in Catherine or in William. Nothing they do I can identify with. I can't relate to it, but I can relate to the Sussexes. I really do. There's many things that I can relate to, that I can understand. And the charities that they support are things that I feel strongly about also. And the way they support their charities, and the way they bring information to us. They are very much focused on creating impact, right? And that is appealing to me. But they're not saints. There are times where they have done one thing or another that I'm not in full agreement with, but that's not why should I stay here and just write a whole bunch of stuff or have an opinion on something that is very human? It's their life. They're allowed to make mistakes, or they're allowed to have, if this whole thing that if they go for Christmas over there, blah, blah, whatever. Who cares? It's their life. At the end of the day, it's their family. They'll make the decision if in case any of that is happening or not happening, right? And I trust them that they'll make the right decision for them. Okay, I think I'm getting too passionate already about this, so let's get it on.
Last night?
No, I did not.
Ian, did you have any idea in this day and age, this is incredible, that Harry and Meghan were going to be at that game last night?
No, I did not. I was a little bit of a fanboy when I saw them. I have to admit, if anyone my age could be called a boy, but it was, you know what? It was a cool moment. And here's the thing about sports, and you guys have been lucky in the same way that I have. So often, sports presents us with a front row seat to history, and that was not history with a capital H. But it's 21 years since the Queen dropped the puck between Naslund and Ricci, and so it was a great moment. And you know what really made it? It wasn't just that Prince Harry was dropped in on everybody to drop the opening face-off, and I love that Hurdle and Hughes had to tell him, okay, drop the puck now, because he was just going to hold it suspended forever, it seems. But that not only did he stick around for the game, he seems to have enjoyed it, and so did Meghan. And it's a great night. Everybody who was there now has a story to tell for the rest of their life. The night Prince Harry came out and dropped the puck.
It'll be referred to and shown decades from now.
Wasn't that just absolutely great to listen into that conversation and to see them? It's just warmed my heart, I'll be honest, because as I said in the introduction, these people needed to find something to create some kind of campaign and scandal about Meghan and what she did and what she didn't do. So Listen, I'm Canadian. Hockey is, I think, right after God, there's hockey. How about that? Right? So I think the funniest thing was Princeharry holding on to the puck. He didn't know he needed to like drop it. I didn't know that happened. So when I heard this, I just could not contain myself. I just laughed and laughed. It was such a good insight of something that I didn't know or realize that had happened, and just laughed my brains out. It was just great. So what I wanted to do is let's just check out a couple more of how the visit of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan, was covered here in Canada.
Vancouver is hosting some royal visitors. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are touring BC as Prince Harry promotes the 2025 Invictus Games. The couple is also taking in the local sports scene. Meghan and Harry made a surprise appearance at last night's Canucks game. The prince performed the ceremonial puck drop just as his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, did 21 years ago. The couple apparently knew Canucks fans really got into it during the Canucks' defeat of San Jose. Earlier that day, the pair was in Whistler, one of the sites of the 2025 Invictus Games. Harry founded the event for wounded and injured service people. The games in BC will be the first to include winter sports.
There are all sorts of fantastic possibilities and opportunities here in Vancouver. So we've talked about the introduction of winter sport, but you've got to remember we're introducing new nations all the time. So it's going to be fantastic seeing the Nigerian team, curling. I mean, they won't have done that before.
The Invictus Games will bring more than 500 competitors from over 20 nations to Vancouver and Whistler.
And of course, Meghan took the opportunity that she was here to revisit when one of the charity organizations that she had supported when they first came to Vancouver. So she paid a visit to Justice for Girls, which is a non-profit organization that promotes social, economic, and environmental justice. And it calls for the end of violence, poverty, and racism for teenage girls. So a pretty good charity to support, and also, consistency. They're so consistent in regards to their mission, their vision, and the things that they will support and lend their names to or bring attention to. It's just wonderful to see those images and those pictures.
Meghan Markle visited a local Vancouver charity for the second time. After cheering on the Vancouver Canucks alongside her husband, Prince Harry, the Duchess visited Justice for Girls. The nonprofit promotes social, economic, and environmental justice and an end in violence, poverty, and racism for teenage girls in the city. Organizers say the conversation centered around resiliency of girls, as well as work that still needs to be done to overcome barriers.
And this was especially important to us given the Duchess's history as an 11-year-old girl doing her own advocacy. So it was really important to ensure that we had teen girls at the table, some of our interns who could meet with her and share some of their experiences and the work they've done to fight for justice for themselves.
Meghan visited the charity and the downtown East Side Women's Center back in 2020.
Isn't that great? Just absolutely wonderful. I'm going to cut this short today, and I think what I would like to do is spend some more time and just go through sort of a 5-minute meditation, sort of set us up for the week ahead, and just to center us a little bit, right? I think I would like to do that if you don't mind. I also wanted to just make a couple of comments. It's so beautiful. And I did, the intro and the way I designed it on purpose, because it's around this time, when Her Majesty, the late Majesty, Queen Elizabeth was alive, when she went to Vancouver and did the opening and threw the first puck, and now Harry gets to do it also. And it's so interesting to me the way life, the universe, and the prayers that we put into the universe manifest themselves, right? Sometimes you have to just let those that are comfortable and okay being in the gutter and sitting in excrement. Sometimes it's okay for just let them be and concentrate on one's own mission, vision, and move forward. I'm not saying that we shouldn't respond. I'm not saying that we shouldn't clarify. I'm not saying that we shouldn't call them out, because I'm also very much so aware that one stupid tweet that invented or created some kind of issue that really isn't there, or they made an assumption that that was the issue because they saw Meghan smile, or because they saw her look up at Harry, and then they were like, oh, well, she's making fun of the national anthem, and then, oh, well, she's making fun of the person singing the national anthem. Are you for real? Are you in Meghan's head? Come on. But it's interesting to me how that got 1,000 retweets, in minutes. And I'm always so tempted to kind of jump in there and start to, say this is wrong and this and that. And I remember something that Baron said from Royal Sussex. He said, all of us, I'm paraphrasing here, Baron, so don't call me out on it. To the regards, because the topic sort of went into what's happening in the Middle East, and whether one joins protest or boycott products, or whichever form of protest one may want to take up, so our government knows that we don't agree. And he said something that was really important, I thought. He said, not all of us are called to do the same thing. And the minute he said it, it was like a weight was taken off of me, a little bit, but also a clarity that just made itself present, right? Some people, may say it's your third eye. And all of a sudden, you're able to see something very clear that was sort of fuzzy before. And in any sort of movement or becoming aware of something or awareness, we all have different skill sets. Some of us are really good creating banners. Some of us are really great protesting. Some of us are really good writing newsletters. Some of us are great in strategizing and coming up with a communication strategy. So we all don't need to be doing the same things. We look at what we're good at, and if there's a certain cause we want to contribute or follow or do something, we say, well, this is my skill set. I'm really great at this. Can this be useful? And if it is, then you are contributing to your maximum capacity. Now, if you're not a person that goes out and protests or enjoys any of that, or you have, enormous amount of anxiety and it's not something that would be good for you, and you do it, that's not maximizing your capabilities, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying it's not maximizing your capabilities. But let's say your capability is in, the what does Bern call it, the not the secret agency, the investigation agency of the squaddies, because you folks, like, you find out the little tiny details of certain things, like every little thing. It's just absolutely incredible. So that person might be really great at that and be able to look at something very quickly and analyze it, right? So they're maximizing that. That's you maximizing your capabilities. So instead of using it over on this end, you use it over on the other end, because, you know, it's sort of like saying you get more bang for your dollar. Is that how that saying goes? More bang for your product or your dollar? I don't know why I even try with these things. Let me say this. I remember in school, I used to say, I wake up early because I'm the bird that will eat the first worm. And I never understood why. Like, my friends would make fun of me. I was such a dork. And I was like, what's wrong? Why is that funny? And I kept thinking, well, they don't know. Like, it's an English, like, phrase that is, you know, you wake up, you know, the first bird catches the worm or eats first. And there is a saying that goes something like that, but that's not the way it is said, right? Until someone, I think it was my English teacher, Miss Porter, and she said, Antonio, and I was like, yes. It's just like, I've heard you say this saying a couple of times, and it's, you're saying it incorrectly. And I looked at her, I was like, I am. And I remember she said it, and I was like, oh, that explains why. But anyways, I try not to do that, because I have these things in my head, but I think I have rearranged them differently to make sense for me. I don't know. Anyways, so I leave that part there. But in all of this, I've also been thinking about whether or not to respond. And as I said to you folks, I prayed before I started speaking. I prayed in between the few breaks I had to take. And I'm telling you, I love it. I love it when you get these signs, or you're sort of guided in this direction, and something manifests itself to you, and you go, okay, so this is what I should do then. Because let me tell you folks something. I responded back to the Rangers, and I talked for about 45 minutes straight. Okay, 45 minutes. And I kept thinking, oh gosh, I don't want to post this. I don't want to post 45 minutes of me just like going on and sort of ranting about these issues. And, in looking for that advice. And I thought, if I don't get the advice, because I did ask in my prayer to guide the things I said also in the way I responded back. So I wanted for the voice of the Almighty to assist and help me respond back in a thoughtful way. But in between my breaks that I had to take, sort of putting this podcast together, I found this little treasure, and it spoke to me. So I'm going to read it to you. And that is what will inform or has informed my decision not to engage. So, have you ever noticed that great thinkers are hated when they're alive, but are loved once they're gone, so once they've passed? If you do a Google search for Malcolm X articles that people wrote, even people within our own community, if you do a Google search for articles that people wrote about Martin Luther King, you'll find that they weren't that great. And the criticism coming from our own community, I mean, especially also when Cassius Clay changed his name to Muhammad Ali. The criticism and the sort of just stripping you apart. You know, so I think that society in general is not ready, or I don't know when it ever will be ready, for people who think outside the box, people who are themselves, like truly themselves, people who have the courage to speak the truth. So anyone who does that, who thinks outside the box, who is able to be truly themselves and speak the truth, will be hated. They will be hated, and one can expect to be misunderstood. The only thing people hate more than any of that is the person speaking the truth. You see what I mean? So they don't even care about the truth, but they care more and hate more the person who's actually saying it, who's bringing it to life. The person who is saying, look, you're sitting in excrement. You've been there for a while. So what do? They attack you because you are telling them the truth. You are thinking outside of the box. You are thinking differently. And if there's one thing this society hates, is when we want to have a personality of our own. We want to have ideas of our own. We want to follow our own drumbeat. You know, when the Europeans, when the first scientists, right, came out and said that the world was not flat, they said, no, it's not flat. Those first scientists, you know what the Europeans did to them? They burned them. They burned them. Heresy. Now look, it's a fact now. It's a fact. So those original thinkers, society was like, no, we're not ready for that. No, burn them. And now it's the most normal thing. Could you imagine if original thinkers, people who think outside the box, people who challenge things, people who say, hang on a second, we've been doing this all the time, like this. I have another idea. How about we do it this way? How about the people who show up and go, this is the way the women are treated in this family? And you're okay with that? Okay. Well, I'm not. So I'm going to leave. Right? original thinkers, people who are looking to challenge the status quo and allow us to open our minds, our third eye, and see something different, something differently. So, you know, reading that, or you know, I'm paraphrasing what I read. It just hit me. I went, okay, all right, I get you. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Because I listened to that 45-minute response that I made, and I'm not saying I didn't make good points. I made good points. I said what I needed to say, and but I kept thinking they don't care what you say. They really don't. Even when I would give examples and you know, they don't care. Because when you see the things that they promote and they write, and it's anyone with I don't know, half of a thinking cell in their brain know that this stuff is just completely created, invented. It's just an absolute farce. And the interpretations of people's mannerisms, or the interpretations of, you know, oh, well, she didn't show up with him at this event, so they're getting divorced. Oh, so they didn't like hold hands immediately after. Oh, there's trouble in paradise. They sung like a parrot. You know, Johnny is home. Hello. Johnny is home. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. That's ridiculous. Oh gosh, I'm making myself laugh again. Oh. All right, some water, and let's get ready to do some mindful meditation and get ourselves all set up mentally to welcome this new week ahead of us. Okay, just want to make sure that you are back and just seated in a comfortable position and place. You could decide to have a seat on your sofa. If you want to lie down on your bed, that's quite okay too, just as long as you're comfortable. And if you can have your hands just sort of relax without any pressure on your thigh, or on your leg, or your knee, with your palms forward. So your palms open forward towards the sky. And we will change rooms in a couple of seconds. Perfect. So here I am, and this is the room that we will be in to complete our mindful meditation. Our meditation today is going to be about words of affirmation. It's about setting up this week ahead of us so that we can replace whatever negative tape recorder, disc, whatever system that keeps telling us that we are not worthy enough or good enough. So we're going to set ourselves up for a different narrative. We start out with a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, out. Now we're going to do that for 3 more times. We're going to hold at the top and then release very slowly. Here we go in 4. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath. Hold. Exhale. Deep breath. Hold. Exhale. One more time. Deep breath. Hold. Exhale. Perfect. Now allow your body to fall into its natural rhythm of breathing. If you wish to exhale through your mouth, that would be fine. If you're able to and don't mind, closing your eyes. Remember to breathe in and exhale out. Be present and notice your breathing. Concentrate on the breath that you take in and out. Release your mind from the worries you've been carrying. Release your mind. Just say thank you and let it go. Focus on your breathing. Allow yourself to hear my voice. Hear the words that are meant for you, that are meant for us. Continue to breathe with your eyes closed. Very good. I welcome the power of transformation. You can say that outwardly, or you can say it with your inner voice, your choice. I welcome the power of transformation. Let's say it again. I welcome the power of transformation. For it takes the negative and leaves me with the positive energy. It takes the negative and it leaves me with positive energy. It takes the negative and leaves me with the positive energy. Breathe in and out. You will not allow the negative energy. You will not allow those that see your beauty and your positivity and try and bring the negative to you. Your shield will be your positive self, the positive and good energy you have within. Breathe in, breathe out, concentrate on your breathing and of the words that I speak. I welcome the power of transformation, which takes the negative energy and leaves me with the positive. For that is our command, and so it shall be. As long as we breathe, and for as long as we have life, we must embrace growing, we must embrace learning. For those who have stopped growing, those who have stopped learning, are stuck in a place where reflection and meditation, where gratitude rarely visits and stays. When we open ourselves to learn new things and to grow, our body interprets that as life. Continue to breathe in and out. Now you'll repeat after me again in your inner voice, or you can say it out loud. I am constantly growing and learning. Let's do it. I am constantly growing and learning. One more time. I'm constantly growing and learning. Very good. Deep breath. Continue to breathe. Listen to your inner voice that is seeking that which is good, that which is positive, that which will contribute to your well-being, mentally and physically. And in order for us to do that, we need to become conscious. We need to be conscious to choose the positive because we are wired. We get dopamine when we choose the negative. It's our reward system. In the long run, it does us no good. So we must learn to become curious, understanding, and self-aware. I repeat, curious, understanding, and self-aware. Deep breath. Out. Repeat after me. I am becoming more conscious, more understanding, and self-aware. One more time. I am becoming more conscious, more understanding, and self-aware. Very good. Keep breathing. Every day, the universe, destiny, God, Yahweh, by whichever name you may call it, energy, it tries to guide us. And sometimes the guidance is too miraculous for us to believe. Sometimes we don't think we deserve it. But when you are at one with the universe, with that inner feeling that talks to us, guides us, we accept its advice. We accept that the plan that God has for us, or the universe, again, by whatever belief system that you believe in, it's miraculous. Miraculous so that we don't even believe it. We choose to honor love. We choose to respect ourselves. We choose to honor love. To have love always present in the way we interact with people, our loved ones, in the way we see others. Repeat after me. I choose to honor, love, and respect myself. Very good. Let's do that again. I choose to honor, love, and respect myself. Deep breath in and out. One last time. I choose to honor, love, and respect myself. Very good. Now there is a saying out there, or a belief, that we become that which we say we are. When we call ourselves names, we put ourselves down, we allow others to do the same, we become that. So when you see yourself casually saying, "Oh, you stupid. Oh, I should have known that. I'm such an idiot." Stop it. I mean it. Stop it. And if you do it, say it out again, but refrain from using the same word. I'm not stupid. I didn't realize that was there. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Now that I know I need to do that, let me get that done. Oh, next time I'll write myself a note. Don't call yourself names. Each time you do it, your body remembers. Your mind remembers, your cells remember, your body remembers, and every time you say you're stupid, your body starts to believe that you are stupid. Your body starts to act in odd ways that you don't recognize. You say, "Why am I bumping into things today? I've been bumping into things. Gosh, what's wrong with me?" That's your body responding to the messages you've been sending. You become that which you say you are. I am happy, healthy. I am content. I repeat, I am happy, healthy. I am content. Repeat after me. I am happy, healthy. I am content. Let's do it again. I am happy, healthy. I am content. One more time. I am happy, healthy. I am content. Very good. Now listen carefully. I am peaceful. I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with the world. I am peaceful. The way I show up, I will show up with love and peace in my heart and in my soul. Oh, I'm prosperous. Do you hear that? You are peaceful. You are prosperous. Your heart, your soul shows up with peace and love. I am abundant. You are abundant. Your glass flows over. You are worthy, you are worthy, you are worthy, you are worthy of all things wonderful and beautiful. You're worthy of your health, of good, wonderful, great health. You are worthy of abundance, love. You are worthy of prosperity. You are worthy of peacefulness. You are worthy. You are worthy. Repeat after me. I am worthy. Come on, you can do it. I am worthy. Thank you. I know you're not doing it yet, but I know you can say it with your inner voice. Yes, you. You are worthy. I want you to know that. You are. We were born worthy. We are worthy of love. We are worthy of good health. We are worthy of prosperity. We are worthy of abundance. We are worthy of having peace, of peacefulness. You are worthy. I am grateful for all that I have. I am grateful for all that I have. I am grateful for all that I have. And all that is. And all that is. Repeat after me. I am grateful for all that I have and for all that is. Again, I am grateful for all that I have and for all that is. One more time. I am grateful for all that I have and for all that is. Very good. Now silently and with your inner voice, you will repeat after me. I am a magnet for all things positive that are good, that are healthy, that are meant for me. I am a magnet for positive, for everything positive that is good, that is meant for me. Don't forget to breathe. My life is filled with love and compassion for myself and for others. My life is filled with love and compassion for myself and for others. With your inner voice repeat. My life is filled with love, compassion for myself and for others. One more time. My life is filled with love and compassion for self and for others. Continue to breathe. We're heading into our last word of affirmation. we're going to let go. We're going to forgive. Because everything that has happened in the last week, it's already happened. It's gone. What matters now is what's ahead of us. What matters now is right now. There's nothing, absolutely nothing you can do to change what has happened already. Nothing. So we're going to forgive it, and we're going to release it. I forgive and I release all that does not serve me anymore. I forgive and release all that does not serve me anymore. Listen again. I forgive and release all that does not serve me anymore. Repeat after me. You can say it out loud. You can say it with your inner voice. I forgive. Again, I forgive. Let's do that again. I forgive. Deep breath. You're doing so great. I forgive and release. Repeat after me. I forgive and release. One more time. I forgive and release. Now the last part of that. All that does not serve me anymore. Repeat. All that does not serve me anymore. One more time. All that does not serve me anymore. Beautiful. Keep your eyes closed. Concentrate on your breath. The divine is all around you. Did you hear me? The divine is all around you. Yes, you. For that is what you are. The divine is all around you. There is no worry. There is no problem that you cannot handle. There is no worry, there is no problem that you cannot speak to. With peacefulness and love in your heart and in your soul. For there is divineness all around you. For you are divine. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. No power, no title, no status can take away who you know you are. You are divinity. You are divine. And as such, you conduct yourself. As such, you walk into a room with confidence. Not the confidence actors use, not the confidence that arrogance brings forth, not the confidence that people expect, but the confidence that you know that you are divine, the confidence that you know you are, period. You need no other to tell you. And when you are in that state and you are divine and you know that you are, there is no problem you cannot solve. There's no issue you cannot discuss with eloquency. There is no concern you cannot pay attention to and arrive to. And be the divine problem solver that you are. The divine peacemaker, the divine love and peaceful person. For you are divine. Deep breath. Stay as you are. Thank you so very, very much for coming along on that journey. That was a lot more than 5 minutes. I'm starting to think I might have a problem with telling the time. But thank you. As we wrap things up, just a quick reminder to you, you are an incredible, beautiful, and wonderful person. Be guided by the goodness within. And may this week be just filled with joy and laughter and good things. And for the challenging moments that arrive, you've got what it takes. So it's that time for me to say, be kind to yourself. Please be. Be kind to your loved ones. And to that stranger or strangers along the way, be kind to them. Until we speak again.